What's good people? Let's talk. Guess who's back? Hey, man. Hey, before we get started, man, don't forget to click those like, shares, and those comments, man. HBO special, you already know what I say. Help a brother out. This is like my second time recording this video. Hey, my mic wasn't plugged up, and I was trying to figure out what was going on until I just looked over, right? Hey, dumb fell on his head this morning. Hey, check this out, man. I know this is probably like the fourth season. I probably need to start writing that down. I wasn't even going to do any recordings today, so I did. I was recording on my other podcast show. Yes, I do have another podcast show. It's called Thought Provoking, and I was also thinking about leaving Let's Talk, but things kept happening and occurring, and it sat back and telling me that you need to probably just sit down and just stick it out a little while longer. If anybody wants to jump on here and they got something to share with the people, just shoot me an email at vestletstalk@gmail.com. I've been, kind of struggling with getting guests on here. I will find the people, but they will kind of jump off at the last minute. I took a little break, and it's been kind of hard for me to jump back on here and kind of talk about things. Because of that long extended break that I had, stuff kept popping up. Life happens. Does that mean I should have took the break that I did take? No. Should you take time to yourself in order to fine-tune yourself? Yes, you should. Don't get me wrong, but if you got stuff going on mentally or physically, and you take a break, it'll kind of be hard for you to jump back into the things that you was doing with, I'm gonna say, a positive perspective, if that makes any sense to anybody. Because once you get a routine with doing something, having a video pop out every Saturday, and you stop for a month and a half, and you try to go back to that thing with a fresh perspective, your thought process is not going to be really in the same spot. You probably miss some spots where you should have hit before. So I had a health scare, and I'm going to share that on my next show, healthcare. That's what I'm gonna call it. Yeah, it was severe. It's very severe. I still have things going on with me. Yes, I do, but it's not as bad as the doctors thought it was. It's not as bad as I thought it was, and I think I need to discuss. I don't know. I probably have this problem. If I have something going on with me and it's serious, I don't get super emotional about it, which, I should be, because what was going on was very serious. But I was being respectful towards other people's feelings and how they felt about it. I'm going to talk a lot about that on my next show. The next show I do. That's something that's real serious, being numb to a lot of the things that go on around you. Like I always said, I said it before. My first deployment kind of did a lot to me mentally. And probably physically too. But let me get back to where I was going with taking this break. I was just trying to fine-tune myself and find more of myself. You have to do that daily, on the daily. You have to find something new in your day. You have to find something to be positive about every single day, because this world is very freaking negative. It just seems like nobody has anything good to say about the day. How you doing? It's just one of those days. Oh, what's going on, man? Oh, man, I'm just, hey, man. one day at a time. If not today, when, At what point in an individual's life do you think that you're going to have a great day? When things are going right, everybody knows how to be great then, right? When things are going outstanding, you know how to just sit in the box and have a smile on your face. But when things are not right, people don't know how to handle that pressure. I can't say you're wrong for that. It just takes a lot to sit back and handle the pressures of life because people are not used to that pressure. I've been through a lot that brings me to the point of who I am today, And I think I'd be a little vulnerable. I have a problem asking for help. I have a huge problem with that. A lot of that could probably be, people say, oh, he's just a man. That's how men are. No. Don't get it twisted. If you're a female listening to this, men ask for help. They just ask for help from the people that they trust. I'm not trying to start no mess with you and your hubby on anything. But if they trust you, they'll ask you for help. I have a huge problem with asking for help or even being around people for an extended period of time. I have a huge problem with that. The help portion, I had to deal with a lot of things by myself, and I had an individual pushing me to do the right things at all times. Fix your problems. Fix your problems. Fix your problem. I'm always trying to find solutions to whatever problem that I have going on. Not ever really discussing those solutions with anybody. It's just working through it because, at times I think it's kind of hard for me to trust the individual with what I say because, that's kind of a hard piece. Are individuals laughing at you behind closed doors saying what's not going to happen and what you're not going to do with yourself? It's hard. That's hard. And I know that's hard for a lot of veterans, getting out of the military, thinking that they can't trust their civilian counterparts now that you're a part of the civilian world. And even people in the military, the thought process is just totally different. Totally different. But the military has changed a lot. I ain't gonna dig into that. I love all you guys. Hey man, I was just starting this video out just to come back and tell you I'm back. Just like I said before, and I always sit back and say, if you got something to say, just jump on here, man. We can talk about it. Let's discuss it. Shannon Ward supposed to come back on here. Retired. Saw him first class. Big back is what I call him. Hey, I'm supposed to be getting some other guests on here. If they don't come, that's okay. I'll talk about something. I don't know. It just seems like it's too much negativity that has the forefront of everything. The forefront of everything. Hey man, we'll close out with a quote. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Stop being afraid of what could go wrong and start being excited about what could go right. Take the first steps in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase just to take the first step. Richie Newton. Hey man, vets, let's talk. Who's up next for formation? Out.